like how it's more hands-on and you can show your work more, kind of.
I like them because you're not sitting at like a computer screen or like writing down ideas on a piece of paper, and it's not as strict as like tests with paper and computers.
Like there's more gray area where it's not as black and white as tests, where if you're doing the performance task, it's more fun and not as stressful.
It's more like hands-on, and if you mess up, you can fix it. Well, while in a test, it's either you're wrong or you're right, like Sophia said. You can kind of figure it out as you go along, and like with tests, you have to do it that specific way. You have to get it that exact answer. But if you do performance tests, then it doesn't have to be that exact answer.
I prefer both, really, because I don't really have a preference, but I will say the performance task is, like Emily said, a little more, it's lenient about how you're doing it. But a test, on the other hand, if you're someone who thinks very black and white, it's a lot better because, and you tend to work by yourself more on tests versus where performance tasks you usually have a couple people. So I'm really fine with either.
I prefer performance tasks because, like Emily said, they're just like easier and you don't get as anxious and you're not like put on a spot with like questions and stuff. Like you have time to think about it.
Okay.
I like performance tasks more because they're more, I like hands-on things, and I like drawing and making so you can actually like look at it and touch it.
I think that you have to show more learning, but it's worth it to get to like build stuff and be like more hands-on. Like it's not really easier.
And it feels easier.
Yeah, like I think it helps more. Like it's kind of like a practice.
It's kind of preparing us more for the real world than having to do a test. Like, unless you're like, most of the stuff in the real world, you're like building stuff if you choose to go down that path.
Yeah. Like helps you understand the concept that we're learning more.
It
like,
feels like it's working your brain more.
Like tests, you just get like a paper and a pencil and you have to like write down all the answers and show your work. With this, you usually have a paper, but first you get to create and be like more creative.
Also, it helps with talking in front of other people, because if you're doing like a performance in front of like a stage, it helps with like if you're in a job, you're like telling another person, so it helps like with that.
They show more of what you learn because sometimes on tests people tend to like memorize the formulas and stuff like that. Whereas performance tasks, it's not the same thing every time.